Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's game. You're listening to the OBN Radio Network, OBN.com for Texas playoff football. Live tonight against Rosehill Eagles at home on a rare kind of home field advantage playoff game against the Lutheran Lions just down the street off 290 and Pinemont area. It's going to be a good opening matchup for both clubs, as this is going to be some of the final, potentially the final game for the seniors on both sides of the team. Each one of them are desperately hoping not to make this their final game of the year and want to take it all the way to the state championship. So this is the first step on doing that, as we're about 8 minutes away from kickoff here at Rosehill Christian's Field. We got a good turnout. Weather could potentially be a factor tonight. It's not raining right now, but the field has taken some water on all day long. The field is in good shape, but footing and keeping the ball dry for the passing game will be key as the game goes and progresses forward. So
I'd like to take this time to recognize our sponsors and supporters at the Open Mic Broadcast Network: Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Prairie View Athletic Club, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill, Diva Skin Conditioner, Helping Hands Lawn Service. Thank you for your support of our local and regional coverage of student athletics here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
all right, now that we've got that, we're going down for the coin toss. Game is tonight at Rosehill Stadium. Going to be called tonight by Mr. Tomlinson, the best voice in high school football. Jaden Johnson Sr. is going to be going out as the lone captain for tonight's game with Rosehill, as well as number 13 for the North Lions, which number 13 will be the quarterback, Kamari Shorts. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, voice of student athletes. Become a partner. Visit our website at obnradio.com and make your donation to become a partner today. Some of our sponsors: Helping Hands Lawn Service, Waller County, Attorney Lee Van Richardson in Hempstead, Texas, Prairie View Athletic Club, supporting PV Nation since 1986. So the Lions will receive the opening kickoff, and that will put Rosehill will have their defense on the field first, so they'll get the ball out halftime. Another one of our sponsors is Prairie View National Alumni Association and Temple of Refuge Ministries in Prairie View, Texas. Diva Skin Conditioner at divafeed.com, and Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union in Waller, Texas. So as of right now, game time is a little bit muggy, but no rain currently. Probably going to see some intermittent rain throughout the game. The field is a little bit soggy, but in good condition. Rosehill is coming out in their all-white uniforms with black helmets, and North Lions are coming out in all red pants, shirts, and helmets.
I think it's just the fact that he made it.
So Brady Ward, the senior kicker, is going to kick off the duties here. And all of the Brady Ward supporters and family members, thank you for joining. He's going to start this playoff game off here in just a few seconds.
He got 6 on the right, is that correct?
Brady strides to the ball. Low shot. Going to be right around the goal line. Fielded by number 5. Up the middle, bouncing off, still alive. And slipping through, still running. Finally tackled on the sideline by Kyle Flores. he ran into the pile around the 20-yard line and was able to slip through and get another 10 after the first initial contact. So North Lions will start out in good field position just outside the 30-yard line at the 29-yard line. Pretty good passing attack. So we'll see how this shakes out.
You got safety right. No receiver.
Quarterback in the shotgun position. Tight formation, wingback on the outside. Flare out to number 5 on the outside. Bottled up by the Eagles nicely. It's going to be tackled for a loss. Flag on the play before the play starts, so it could be illegal motion. So
I decline it. 15.
Looks like it is illegal motion against the Lions. Probably going to decline the penalty and bring up second down because it was a loss of about 5 yards on the play anyway. So it's going to be second down and 15 instead of giving them first and 15. So Rosehill, a good defensive play opening up as the ball was picked to number 5, Xavier Neal. In the shotgun formation, Twins this side of the field, single back in the backfield. Takes the snap. It's going to be well defended by Chase Behrens on the sideline, and Chase Behrens was attended by number 10, and Chase met the defender right at the point of attack and knocked the ball loose. So incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 15. As the pass was intended for number 10. Jonah Arazo. So it's going to go trips to the wide side of the field, shotgun formation for North Lions.
Joe needs to be over to our side.
Pass coming out under heavy pressure, balls on the ground. Looks like Rosehill has got it. Let's see what the referees come up with it. It looks like it's recovered by number 40, David Barbado, as Rosehill has a great opening defensive stand and going to take over deep in North Lions territory at the 20-yard line. So Rosehill comes out ready to play on defense. Let's see if their offense is as in good communication as their defense. Joe Johnson in a shotgun, Twins both sides, single back in the backfield. So takes the snap, flag on the play, throws it down to the field. Almost complete to number 6. Ben Nicholson has had a defender draped all over him. Had a chance. Joe Johnson may have had a free play there, threw it up, almost came up with a great touchdown, but falls incomplete. Let's see. It was offsides on the defense, so it was a free play. Good decision by Joe Johnson to take a shot there. Almost came up with it. So it'll be first down and 5 at the 15-yard line for the Eagles. Just 11 minutes, 15 seconds in the first quarter. You're listening to the OBN Network as Rosehill lines up the ball. Shotgun formation, Twins both sides. Motion by... Looks like there was going to be motion by the back, but they're going to get a false start maybe. As the back goes forward instead of sideways, it is going to be a false start or illegal shift for Rosehill. So it's going to back them up again. After all of that, we're going to start pretty much over at first and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Eagles. So a little bit sloppy on the offensive side right now for the Eagles. North Lions are trying to make a stop here in their own territory. Joe Johnson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to follow up the middle. Still on his feet. Still spinning. Joe Johnson trying to. So forward progress is going to give them a couple. So it'll be 2nd down and 9, maybe only a yard there, as that was a design draw for Joe Johnson, and got bottled up on the inside pretty quick. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Rosehill. It's been a couple of weeks since either one of these teams got to play, so they're ready to go, itching a little bit of nerves, a little bit of adrenaline going right now. Joe Johnson, tight formation in the shotgun as he rolls out, back to pass, looking for a man downfield. Number 11, Anthony Wilder in for the court. Anthony Wilder gets the throw that lofted in the corner. Joe Johnson rolling out by inside and sees Anthony coming across the middle and hits him as a little floater in the corner.
Yeah, I know. Somebody else was yelling big. I got you.
So Brady Ward in for the extra point as Rosehill gets on the scoreboard first with a pass from Joe Johnson to Anthony Wilder. Brady Ward in for the extra point. Low snap, drives it through. Brady Ward good for the extra point. So that's Rosehill at 10 minutes, 20 seconds in the first quarter. Rosehill 7, North Lions 0. So that was an impressive defensive and offensive series for Rosehill, about the best they could hope for starting off the game. You're listening to the OBN Radio Network at obnradio.com. The Open Mic Broadcast Network serving the community through faith and athletics since 2002. Voice student athletes.
I think it's Tommy Fletch over on the left side too, but
you can help support our student athletes and highlight your business by becoming a sponsor today. Dial 832-213-8824 for more information. So high school playoff football, emotions are running high on both sides. So, North Lions are going to want to answer on this. They've got some very impressive athletes. Number 2, back deep, and Zachary Menifee back deep, and number 5, Xavier Neal. 2 explosive athletes are capable of running it back. Brady Ward drives this one into the end zone. He's going to catch it 6 yards deep in the end zone. He's coming out with a head of steam, and he's still on his feet. And Rosehill has good coverage, and they're going to get him down deep in their own territory. I don't think he got to the 10-yard line. It's going to be the 8-yard line. So Brady Ward kicks it 6 yards into the end zone, and North Lions choose to run it out. Rosehill stayed home in their contained and was able to come up with a big stop right here, as the ball is going to be marked down at the 8-yard line. So Rosehill coming out on defense, trips to the wide side of the field. Shotgun formation for the Lions. Looks like they're getting some other signals in as the audible comes in for the sidelines. It's going to be, they're going to have to call a timeout as the play clock ran down to 1. They were coming out in a trip formation, but was going to go for an audible and got caught by the 25-second play clock, so was forced to call a timeout. So not a good series so far for the Lions, as they came out deep out of the end zone and did not have a play ready to go coming out. It was forced to call a timeout so they didn't have to take a delay of game. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Weekly schedule, you can check out the Mike Print Show Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., the Carlos Brown Show 10 a.m. on Saturdays, and the She Say Sports Fridays at 9 a.m. The Mike Print Show live Sunday night, 6 p.m. on the OBNRadioNetwork.com. Okay, so 1st and 10, ball at the 8-yard line as Rosehill.
So you got trips.
We're going to have trips to the wide side of the field. Shotgun formation, one single back. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground, as that was a bad exchange by the center and the quarterback. The ball was on the ground as it was luckily stopped right there, just short of the goal line. That was almost a safety, so that's going to back him up to being about 2nd down and 18 yards for the first, so just at the 3-yard line. So North Lions are not yet got their offense where they want it. I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments. They're capable of some big strike plays with the athletes they have on that side of the field. So Rosehill cannot be complacent here, as they're going to come in the shotgun formation as the quarterback stands in his own end zone. Back to pass. He's going down deep down the sidelines, and it is incomplete as he took a shot. It was defended by number 7, Joe Johnson, and number 9, Chase Behrens, was just about step for step. It was a great throw by the quarterback as he put it right in the breadbasket. I thought he was going to come up with it, but falls incomplete, as that was, you can see, that was a big threat. That ball would have been down to the 40-yard line there. So they are capable of some big plays. But as it stands right now, it's going to be 3rd and 18 at the 3-yard line. So you would think they would want to get about half of this back, so get out of the shadow of their end zone. Trips on the wide side of the field, shotgun formation as he stands in the end zone with a single back. Low snap. It's going to be a quarterback draw coming around the outside, forced out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. So let's see. So that's going to put the punter in a very tough position. He's only going to have about 12 yards to stand. His heels are going to be on the back of the line of scrimmage, or the back line of the end zone. Number 4, Jaron Henderson. Ben Nicholson back deep for the Eagles. Good snap. Got enough time. Ben Nicholson's got it around the outside. He's coming. He's looking for a blocker. He gets around the edge. Coming around a switch. He was at the goal line, and they did put it down at the 1-yard line as he's trying to split the defenders. I'm not sure how they didn't give it to him on there, but the ball is going to be at the half-yard line as Ben Nicholson returns the punt almost in for the score, but it's down to the half-yard line for the Eagles as it was a low-lying punt. He had some good blocking on the outside and was following it well, as Rosehill is going to line up on the offense. Twins, both sides. Joe Johnson in the backfield in the shotgun formation. It's going to be back with Kyle Flores as a single back. Joe Johnson on the quarterback sneak up the middle, and Rosehill in for the touchdown after a big return by Ben Nicholson off of the punt, and another great defensive stand to force the punt by the Eagles. So right now, 8 minutes in the first half as Rosehill is getting off to a dream start right here. But this is one of those deals where you don't get complacent early. You've got to keep your foot and not let them back into the game. So Brady Ward checks in for the extra point. Ben Nicholson holds down, and it's up for all the Brady Ward family members. He has got his second extra point for the senior. That'll bring up 14 for Rosehill and 0 for the North Lions football team. You're listening to the OBN Radio Network.com at Texas High School Playoff Football. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You can also listen to the game day rebroadcast on the obnradio.com. As Brady Ward is set to kick off again.
They're giving up the bubble for -5, receiver screen incomplete.
So we got 2 back deep for the Lions. Brady Ward kicked his last one into the end zone. It's a little bit heavy here, so he's striding to the ball, and looks like this one's going to be just short of the goal line, but he's going to let it drop. It just went about a yard past the goal line, and they elected to let that bounce in the end zone for no return, and that'll give them the best field position they've had so far. So after a disastrous last offensive series, they let the Brady Ward kick go into the end zone for a touchback, and it's going to set up their offense on the 25-yard line.
You have 11. You got 5 on the outside, 2 by 2.
So 2 twins on both sides.
Counter.
Shotgun formation, single back in the backfield.
Counter. They didn't stay home.
There's a long pass down the outside.
Why is he rushing over there?
And that is a long pass complete to number 7 down the sidelines. Pretty good coverage by the Eagles, but a long pass completed. Gets inside Rosehill territory. As I said, you cannot let this down. They've got some explosive offensive players as they just got a 30-yard pass complete down the field. Shotgun formation.
No. Counter.
Handoff to number 2 on the back.
Jonah missed.
Tackled by number 11, Anthony Wilder.
He didn't call him big. No blitzes.
So first run play for the Lions will get up 4 down, so that'll be 2nd down and 6 as they're going to no huddle, getting the signals in from the sidelines. Quarterback's going to be in the shotgun formation.
Take away the slant. Go defense.
Going down deep, down the sidelines. And good coverage there as Chase Barron forced the receiver out of bounds. So the ball falls incomplete as that'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
We were even with him. We weren't over the top of him.
So that'll bring up 3rd down for the Lions.
3rd down and 7, money down. Got to get off the field here. We're in Duke.
Shotgun formation. Quarterback goes back to pass. And broken up by number 6, Ben Nicholson on the slant on number 5. Has had a good closing on that and met the receiver and the ball at the same time to knock it out to go incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Lions, but they are in a kind of a territory where they're not going to get a lot of this is a territory for them to go for it.
You hear me, Dennis? No, but he's out right now. That's what I'm telling you. He's out. Yeah, so
shotgun formation. They're going for it on 4th down.
They're holding Justin.
And the ball falls incomplete right there. So Rosehill with another impressive defensive stand, and they're going to take over on downs near the 40-yard line in their own territory. So the Lions with one big play down the sidelines, and that was about the only thing that they got going.
Is that right or left? Or do you make no call?
Rosehill comes out twins both sides, shotgun formation. Kyle Flores in the backfield. Kyle Flores up the middle. He's going to get down to the 45-yard line on about a 8-yard carry for Kyle Flores. They'll bring up second down and a long two. Oh, no, they've marked it only about a 7-yard gain. Quick to the line of scrimmage here in a no huddle. Joe Johnson in the shotgun. Read option going to give it to Kyle Flores down to the 50-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a first down for the Eagles as he gets about 7 yards on that. It's going to be marked just at the 49-yard line where his knee went down. So Rosehill, 6 minutes to go, still in the first quarter, as Rosehill's got a 14-0 lead, and they're driving right here, shotgun formation, twins both sides, single back in the backfield. Joe Johnson takes the snap, hands it to Kyle Flores, sidestep to the line of scrimmage, and then just put his head down and carried a few people for about 3 yards. So gets the ball inside of Lion territory at the 48-yard line. Rosehill going into no huddle, quick strike here, second down and 8. They bottled that up right there. That was a read option right there, and the Lions snuffed that out as they had 2 players meet right at the point of attack where the handoff was for maybe a small loss, yard loss on the play. So the ball will be marked right at the 50-yard line. Third down and a long 8 for the Eagles. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Clock ready, 3rd and 8.
Tight formation, shotgun. As Carlos Davila is wide open down the sideline. And there's a flag on the play for a little extra pushing after he was down at the sideline. So it was going to be close to a first down, but it looks like it's going to be a personal foul against the Lions, and it's going to be first down for sure. Again, so it'll be at the spot of the foul plus 15. So that was going to be enough. So that ball was going to be at the 39-yard line. They're going to mark off 15. So that's going to get the ball right around the 26-yard line.
I didn't hear it, Cooper.
As Rosehill had a good pass play formation there for the first down. And then the extra point, the personal foul tacked on another 15. So Rosehill breaks the huddle going out on trips to the wide side of the field. Joe Johnson in the shotgun with Kyle Flores in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a blitz option. And that was an bad exchange by that was a blitz by the Lions and had an option play going. Joe Johnson tried to be creative to get the ball to Kyle Flores in this little wet conditions. That could have been disastrous, but it was a big loss of the play of about 12 yards. So that brought the ball all the way back to the 39-yard line. So it's going to be second down and 22 for the Eagles, which that was the Eagles' really their first big mistake of the night right there. And it could have been more costly if they were able to recover. So they'll get a second chance to redeem themselves here. Joe Johnson in the shotgun. Back to pass. He's going to go down. Reed Hauser down by the goal line as the ball was a little bit underthrown as Reed Hauser had to turn into a defender almost and broke the pass play up. Joe had him beat there for a second. If he would have thrown it just a tick earlier, he might have had Reed down there. As it stands, it was a long attempt that falls incomplete. So it's going to be third down and a long 22. So you'd like to get about 10 yards out of this to give Brady Ward a chance to kick a field goal at least. If you don't get the first down, you want to get some positive yards. So see what the Eagles got dialed up as Joe Johnson's in the shotgun. He goes back to pass. He's looking for a screen pass to Kyle Flores. Still on his feet, up the middle. Got going. And Kyle Flores is going to get enough for the first down as he's going to get down to the 10-yard line as Rosehill was betting on an aggressive defense going with the blitz. They called a timely screen pass to Kyle Flores. Gets about 27 yards. They needed 22. So first down in the red zone for the Eagles as the ball is going to be marked at the 11-yard line.
That was blue 9, right?
So Rosehill, a little bit of redemption there on their mistake. So as they're going to get first down, and they can get a first down and not get in the goal line. So Twins, both sides. Joe Johnson hands off to Kyle Flores, still on his feet, cutting around the 5-yard line, driving. Going to be marked just short of the 5-yard line, 6. No huddle for the Eagles.
What was that play?
Twins, both sides. Joe Johnson takes the snap, hands off to Kyle Flores, and gets maybe a yard on forward momentum there. As number 1, Ethan Weiser makes the stop on Kyle Flores. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4 yards for the first and about 7 on the 6-yard line. So 6 yards for the goal and 4 yards for the first down. So Rosehill can get a first down without getting into the touchdown. You know they would like to get a score here. So Kyle Flores up the middle, set a lane. He's driving. It's going to be close. Going to be close to the mark. Looks like let's see, the ball is going to be marked short of the first down. Looks like the coaches are going to maybe want to call for maybe a chain mark here. It looks awfully close to eyeball it across the field, but they're going to take a 4th down here as Rosehill is going to send their offense back out on the field. So big play here for both teams as Rosehill, Joe Johnson on the keeper around the side as he takes it to number 21, Kyle Flores, and Joe Johnson pulls it, goes around the end for the score on the 4th down. Gutsy call by Dennis Trance there to go for it as Brady Ward comes in for the play. So that is the 3rd touchdown in the first quarter for the Eagles as they have gotten off to their best start all year long, let alone in the playoff games. Brady Ward in and drives it through again for his 3rd extra point of the day. So Rosehill had a mistake on that drive, got their composure back, had a big first down completion to Kyle Flores, and then a gutsy 4th down call at the 2-yard line as Joe Johnson faked the guys to Kyle Flores and took it around the outside untouched for the 3rd touchdown of the first quarter. So your Rosehill Eagles lead 21, Northside Lions 0, and a impressive first quarter for Rosehill. They're probably their best first quarter of offense and defense all year long. And what a time for them to put it together here in the first playoff game of 2020. So got to keep the pedal down. Don't let the Lions back into the ball game. And they are a big strike team. They've got some athletes that will score in bunches from a long way away. So the Rosehill has got to keep their head in this game as Brady Ward is going to set the kickoff one more time. The ball is going to be marked at the 40-yard line. So to get it to the end zone is 60 yards in the air. Brady Ward strides the ball, kicks it, another low driver, and it's going to be fielded at the 2-yard line. Number 5 is going to take it out. As he bounces off one player, another still on his feet, still going down the sideline, and steps out of bounds. So, looks like he got a shot at him around the 15-yard line and was able to stay on his feet. That's why he's going to be in great field position at the 35-yard line for the Lions. So, you can see they've got big play ability and can get back in this ball game in a hurry. So Rosehill is going to send their defense back out with 46 seconds to go in the first half as the Lions break the huddle. Twins, both sides of the field. Single back in the backfield. Play clock is at 7. Takes the snap. Hand off to the back in the backfield as number 11, Anthony Wilder. Has a good run there by the back as an 8-yard, 7-yard run, so that'll bring up 2nd and 3. So Twins both sides of the field in shotgun formation, single back in the backfield. Going to back to pass, quarterback draw up the middle. He's running, he's got a cross midfield as another first down for the Lions, as that was a designed quarterback draw, and he really didn't get touched till about 10 yards down the field. So Rosehill, 2 big plays of offense right there as the Lions get into Rosehill territory at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. And that is going to bring an end to the first quarter of play as the Lions are threatening to get on the scoreboard here for the first time, as Rosehill had really good defensive stance and 3 good offensive possessions to bring 21 points in the first quarter. You're listening to the OBN Radio Network. Some of our sponsors for this network is Helping Hands Lawn Service in Waller County, attorney Lee Van Richardson of Hempstead, Texas, Prairie View Athletic Club, supporting TV Nation since 1986, Prairie View National Alumni Association, and Temple of Refuge Ministries on Old Highway 90 in Prairie View, Texas. You can listen to the Sunday morning sermons at 10 a.m. by dialing 857-777-0000 and Diva Skin Conditioner at divafeet.com. All right, so they switch sides of the field. Ball still near midfield as Rosehill. They're going to come out in a shotgun formation. Rosehill on defense. Back to pass. Going to be a quarterback draw. And it's going to be behind the line of scrimmage as that number 18, Sam Swain, shoots the gap and gets behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss on the play. Looked like that was going to be a design run by the quarterback. And Sam Swain made a big defensive stand to bring a loss of 3 on the play. So that'll be 2nd down and 13. Ben Nicholson on the pass defense. Pass was intended for number 5 as Ben Nicholson was there to break up the play. And ball falls incomplete. Number 5 is probably their best athlete and receiver. He's got 44 receptions on the season, so he's going to be a target often. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 13. Ball is at the 50-yard line. So Rosehill looking to make another defensive stand here as the Lions are going to try to go down the field. Quarterback shotgun formation. Ball deflected as he was under heavy pressure as Rosehill had a bull rush going on, and that was deflected by somebody. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Lions. As you would think they were going to have to, they're going to have to punt the ball here. As Ben Nicholson is going to go back deep for the punt reception. And number 4 is going to be standing around his 38-yard line. And kind of a strange punt formation here. As they come up with a swing and gate type deal. And that was a kind of a swing and gate punt formation and a soccer-style kick, so the ball was not returned and down at the 19-yard line. So about a total of a 36-yard punt. As Rosehill breaks the huddle, going to go twins both sides. Joe Johnson, shotgun formation. Joe Johnson on the keep and met in the backfield, tries to split the tackle, almost had his footing, but dove to get back to the line of scrimmage for no loss on the play, as well defended by number 10. Rosehill breaks the huddle. Twins, both sides of the field, single back in the backfield, shotgun formation. Back to pass, Joe Johnson over the middle, caught by number 6, Ben Nicholson. Has a down, caught it on the thing, and the ground caused the fumble. So 2 steps on the ground as the ground caused the fumble. So reception and a big pass play up the middle for Joe Johnson to hit Ben Nicholson. Quick to the line of scrimmage after a big gain. 21, Kyle Flores with no gain on the play there. Tried to make a cutback, and linebackers were waiting for him there, so no gain on the play there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What is Cyrus? Okay. I was like, come on, offense, let's go. G2.
Similar formation, twins, both sides, shotgun. Reed Hauser goes in motion. Going to be a fake and going to be an option there as Kyle Flores around the outside cuts through. It's going to be real close to the first down as Kyle Flores gets around the outside on a fake jet sweep option. Looks like the ball is going to be marked just short of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd down and about a half a yard.
From up here, it looks like you got it.
So it's an official timeout as they're going to maybe take a measurement here. And it looks like from here they're going to be short, but not by much. So we'll see how that shakes out, as that was a well-designed and executed play by the Eagles. And that's going to looks like it's going to be short by about the length of a football. So Rosehill is going to be a 3rd down and about a half a length of a football as you're listening to the OBN Radio Network. 9 minutes in the second quarter as Rosehill has the ball and a 21-0 lead here in the first half of the first round of the 2020 playoffs against the North Lions. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics since 2002, the voice of student athletes. Be sure to check out our website at obnradio.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Hey, Christian, once you pick it up,
Open Mic Broadcast Network weekly schedule. Mike Prince Show daily, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. We'll give you all the updates of the sports around the area. The Carlos Brown Show at 10 a.m. on Saturday. The She Say Sports Fridays at 9 a.m. And the Mike Prince Show Sunday nights at 6 p.m. TheOBNRadio.com. So Rosehill, after the official timeout, breaks the huddle. Joe Johnson in the shotgun. Offside. Looks like it's going to be a free play. Joe Johnson's going to take a shot down to Fareed Hauser and overshoots him. But looks like that's going to be a free play. So Joe Johnson, sophomore quarterback, did a good job of recognizing a free play and took a shot down the field. So that's going to be a good for a first down, even though it was a long incompletion as the Lions were trying to get a quick jump across the field. So 5 yards, first down. That gets the ball inside Lions territory at the 47-yard line. First and 10, just under 9 minutes in the second quarter. As Rosehill is trying to mount a methodical drive here.
They split. No, we ran Zion, you said.
Joe Johnson on the quarterback keep, stepping through, keeping his legs driving. Going to be about 4 or 5 yards on the gain. Brought down by several Lions. 73 in on the play. Noah Zazula. Rosehill quick to the line of scrimmage. Joe Johnson takes the snap, hands the ball to Kyle Flores. And number 60 on the play at the line of scrimmage there, Aiden Beatty. So that'll bring up third down and 5 for the Eagles. The ball is at the 42-yard line. Joe Johnson taking the play from the sideline from Coach Christian Lane. As they're going to need either a first down here. I think they're outside of Brady's range. As Joe Johnson was under heavy pressure, had to get rid of it. Trying to get it to number 6, Ben Nicholson, but wasn't able to get it. So Brady Ward is going to come in for the punt, as he is going to look to pin the Lions deep in their territory. Brady's ball is at the 42-yard line. Brady's going to be standing on the 45-yard line on his side of the field. So number 5 back deep to receive the punt.
The center can't touch the ball and take his hands on.
So we had not enough men on the field, and the center had already touched the ball and then took his hands off the field. So that's going to be.
No, sideline warning. You're right. Sideline warning. No, it's a sideline warning.
That's a sideline warning call on the opposing team. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Eagles. So it looked like it was going to be a mistake by the Eagles. The Lions get called for a sideline warning and a 15-yard penalty to give Rosehill new life, and the ball is down at the 28-yard line. So, wow, a rare call like on that, but goes in Rosehill's favor. So Joe Johnson back for the shotgun, twins on both sides. Fake pass, slant across the middle, intended for number 5, Carlos Davila, goes in and out of his hands. Might have got deflected there as it went up the middle. And that's going to be an incomplete pass.
The other big play you had earlier that you haven't.
You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network at high school playoff football here at Rosehill Stadium. basically a home game, the playoff situation. So it's going to be trips to the wide side of the field for the Eagles. Looks like Lions showing blitz. Going to be a quick pass to Anthony Wilder as he gets a stiff arm. Oh boy, is he still right? As he stiff arm and run over two people. Ball on the ground. Oh, the ball on the ground as it looked like he was on the ground as Anthony Wilder was fighting as he stiff armed two people. The ball popped out. Looked like it was down, but the refs did not blow the whistle, and the Lions get their first break of the game on the Anthony Wilder fumble and a little bit of a recovery. So the first mistake after a spectacular run, second and third effort by Anthony Wilder to get down into the 10-yard line, but going to have to regroup here.
He's down there by y'all. On the other side of the field.
Motion for the Lions, shotgun formation.
Down reverse.
Number 5 on down the field, 30-yard line. It's going to be a score for the Lions. So a quick strike for the Lions as they had a little trickery in the backfield. Turned out to be a screen play and all the way down the field for number 5. So they capitalized big time on a Rosehill fumble as Rosehill was threatening to score, and the Lions, just like that, with a 60-yard pass completion for the score, gets right back into this ball game. This is where Rosehill cannot be complacent and let them back into this ball game as they can show their big strike capability. As number 1 for the Lions is going to come in for the extra point attempt, Ethan Weiser. Ball is down and good. Flag on the play. Illegal substitution on the offense. On the
Take it on the kickoff.
as they're deciding whether they can accept the penalty or decline it or take it on the kickoff. Referees are discussing the options here. They're going to go over to the sidelines to see what Rosehill wants to do. So they cannot decline it and accept it. They're going to back it up for a 5-yard penalty and attempt the extra point one more time. Bad snap, and that's going to be a knuckleball, and it's going to be no good.
He was blocked into him.
Personal foul running into the kicker for Rosehill. So looks like they're going to get to do it on the third time, back to the original spot. So the first one was good. Gate, they're going to go into a swinging gate here.
60's ineligible, but you got to watch one. Just 10. 56. They're going to run to the website. No! Oh, nice. Why are we playing on our heels?
And they get in for the 2-point conversion on the swinging gate. So a lot going on that extra point, but that could prove costly as they're scored 2 on that play later in the game. So kind of a weird series of events for an extra point, but the North Lions capitalize on a turnover
by the Eagles with a big quick strike play down the sidelines to number 5 as to get them right back into this ball game. Still 7 minutes to go in the first half. So a lot of football has been played, and we still got a half of a quarter to go. So it looks like Rosehill is going to be kind of ready for a little bit of onside trickery, or the Lions like to do a couple of different things here on the kickoff with some strange formations. They've got all of their players to pretty much one side of the field. Now they're going into a more traditional setup as number 5 and number 6, Carlos Davila and Ben Nicholson, are back deep. Number 1 for the kick. And it's going to be a short kick. It's going to hit the ground. So fielded on the one hop by Carlos Davila down the sideline. And flag comes in.
Why did he not go block somebody?
Carlos returned about 10 yards on the return down to the 30-yard line. Flag on the play going to be probably illegal use of hands or some kind of a blocking foul for Eagles. That's what it is. So that's going to back him up 10 yards, and it's going to be put around the 20-yard line. So Rosehill's got to get their composure back and play the football they did in the first quarter. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Rosehill breaks the huddle in twins formation. Joe Johnson in the shotgun. Kyle Flores up the middle, still bounces around to the outside, gets about 10 yards, going to be close to the first down to see where they're marked. Looks like the referees are minusing about 2 yards every time they place the mark where they put it where the knee falls. So not a very generous mark of an 8-yard run there. As Ben Nicholson on the quick slant and still on his feet and tackled by a host of Lions on the quick slant. So Ben Nicholson on the quick slant pass with Joe Johnson gets the first down.
And a 5 to the back with the blitzing linebacker. So right now, to the back, you're getting a 1 and 5 in the blitzing linebacker.
False start on the Eagles.
And you can run. If we can block the gear the right way, it's a great play, but also we're going to care.
So 5-yard penalty there on the Eagles will bring up 1st and 15. Rosehill breaks the huddle with twins. Carlos Davila goes in motion. As an option out to Kyle Flores, a lot of room with a blocker down the sideline. Going to be about a 12-yard gain, but flags on the play.
Maybe 2 guys in motion.
It's an illegal shift against the Eagles.
Listen, I got stopped by like 6 people on the way, okay? You're looking at even, oh, you're right. I don't even know this.
So Rosehill backed themselves up again after that was a good good game by Kyle Flores, but an illegal shift called. So that's 2 back-to-back penalties on the offense to back them up. Now it's going to be 1st and 20. So Rosehill going backwards a little bit here, a little bit sloppy football. Number 4, Reed Hauser in motion. Option to Kyle Flores around the outside, cutting up his hash mark. Going to be close to a first down there as Kyle Flores had the option. Coming down, ran right down the hash marks. And again, about a 2-yard spot loss on the play. So that'll bring up second down and 2. There's going to be trips to the short side of the field. Kyle Flores makes one-man miss, going around the outside and out of bounds. So that's going to be enough for a first down on a delayed pitch by Joe Johnson. Was trying to get the defender to commit to one side or the other. Had a late pitch, and Kyle Flores was able to make one-man miss to get enough for the first down. So Twins both sides as Rosehill quick to the line of scrimmage again. Kyle Flores tentative to the but pops out, still good driving his feet as Kyle Flores gets met at the line of scrimmage and was just looking for a gap and popped it out for about 6 yards. So timeout for the Lions as Rosehill was coming quick to the line of scrimmage on a quick offense. So that'll give Kyle a break there as his number has been called a lot on this drive. There'll be 4 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the first half as Rosehill leads 21, North Lions 8. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, voice of student athletes. Be sure and support our student athletes and highlight your business by becoming a sponsor today. Dial 832-213-8824 for more information. You can call into our 24-hour dial-in message line and leave updates for your favorite teams, coaches, and players at 713-570-6736. Be sure and listen to our weekly broadcast schedule. Mike Prince Show has this show daily, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. as he talks about all the sports in the area at the OBN Radio Network at obnradio.com. It's been an exciting half of football already. We still got more than 4 minutes left to go as Rosehill breaks the huddle. Ball is inside Lion territory. Trips to the short side of the field. Joe Johnson has a shotgun. Lions stack the line of scrimmage on the defense. Quick strike pass to Anthony Wilder on the outside as Anthony Wilder is going to get enough for the first down on the quick slant as he had him singled up on the outside. Joe Johnson hit him on about an 8-yard slant for a 12-yard pickup for a first down. They're quick to the line of scrimmage. Back in the same formation, trips to the wide side of the field now. Joe back to the option as Kyle Flores around the outside. Stop. Kyle Flores stops his momentum there and met by several Lions for just a short gain of a couple of yards.
Crazy. Senior running back playing one way, asking for a break and running like that. He was telling me he was fired before the game, but oh well.
Rosehill breaks the huddle. Trips to the short side of the field. Single back in the backfield, shotgun formation. Joe Johnson's fake pass. He's going. Looking for number 6, Ben Nicholson, on the reception. Oh. As he bobbled it, went out of bounds. Joe Johnson, though, had to buy some time. Ben came back for the ball. That was a completion, but it was too close to the sidelines and was called incomplete, going out of bounds. So that'll bring up third down and 9 yards for Rosehill. That would have been enough for the first. 3 minutes to go here in the game as Rosehill is going to take their first time out. And think about this, try to keep their momentum going, give their offensive line a break. It's been doing a good job tonight. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Become a listening partner today. Visit our website at obnradio.com. Click on the donate button and become a partner today. If you're joining us either for the North Lions or for the Rosehill Eagles, if you're around the country, around the state, this time of COVID and unsure of the weather, thank you for joining us. It has been an exciting game. I hope it's exciting to listen to. We've got a lot of seniors playing tonight that's playing their hearts out to make it not be their last game of tonight on both sides of the field. So emotions are running high in high school playoff football. And it has been a very exciting half of football. We've had a little bit of everything. Rosehill comes off their timeout break, breaks the huddle. Got twins to both sides. Shotgun formation. Needs 8 yards for the first. Joe Johnson back to pass on the blitz, and he keeps it. We had a screen called. Joe
was wide open. They had one linebacker.
Joe tucked it. He thought somebody was covering the back and decided to tuck it. And Northside Lions were on top of it there as a big loss on the play, and that'll send Brady Ward in for the punt. So it looked like the play was developing, but the Lions had a hurried rush on Joe Johnson, and instead of forcing the ball, he took the sack. So Brady Ward in for the punt. See if we can flip the play here. As Brady Ward, under heavy pressure, he gets it off and gets a good Brady Ward roll where it's going to be back down to close to the 10-yard line. So Brady Ward does a nice job under heavy pressure to get the ball off and get a good roll to flip the field and give his defense a chance to get the ball back here with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. So Rosehill looking to make it after a big play last time for the Lions. Jet sweep to number 5 as he gets bottled up, and well played by the Eagles as Jonah Langford came down the sideline, and number 5 had nowhere to go as that was well defended by the Eagles, and the ball was going to be marked at the 5-yard line. So a loss on the play of 3 yards there on the jet sweep. Shotgun formation for the Lions. Number 5 goes in motion across the field. Going deep down the field as that was intended for number 7. Looked like a little offensive push there, but got away with it. But the ball falls incomplete over his head. That was defended by number 5, Carlos Davila, and Joe Johnson back deep. So that will bring up 3rd down as the Lions are deep in their own territory at the 5-yard line. So Rosehill looking to make a defensive stand here again as the clock is winding down 1:29, 10 seconds on the play clock. Low snap. Quarterback breaking contain. Busted play. And it's not going to be enough for the first down as it was a low snap. The quarterback had no choice but to come out of the... And it's going to be timeout for Rosehill with 1 minute 16 to go as it's not enough for the first down. So the Lions are going to have a decision to make here to go for it for 4th and 3 deep in their own territory, or punt the ball and give Rosehill the ball with 1 minute 15 to go in the game. So a big decision here by both coaches to see if what they're going to come out as. If the Lions are going to keep their offense on the field and go for it on a big fourth down play, or are they going to punt it and give the Eagles a chance to get back on the board? So,
yeah, I mean,
my guess is that the Lions are going to go for it with just this low amount of time, and if they don't make it, put it on their defense to keep Rosehill out of the end zone, and if they make it, then they got another minute to go to get it into the end zone. So they are going to set up on the offensive formation and go for it for fourth down here at the 15-yard line. Quarterback draw, and it's going to be enough for the first down as a gutsy call by the Lions and a good play by the quarterback. So the clock rolls down. Going to be under a minute when they hike the ball here. They get a fresh set of downs. And again, we've seen they have big strike capability, so they definitely want to get in the end zone before the halftime. As the ball is deep down the field, as is defended by number 5, well defended by number 4, Reed Hauser, and number 7, Joe Johnson. So they're going to have 45 seconds to go and second down.
Hey, Joe and Reed can't let nobody behind him right now.
Here, can I turn it back?
That's the running back, man.
Shotgun takes
Running
it
back
back.
releasing.
Anthony Wilder on the interception. It's going to walk it in for a pick six. And there is no flags on the play as that ball was overthrown and thrown for the back on the back foot. Anthony Wilder walks in with nobody around him, and that is a redemption for his earlier fumble, as Anthony Wilder is the happiest man on the field right now to get that pick six and get Rosehill back on the board by 3 touchdowns. 27 right now with 35 seconds to go as Brady Ward comes in. Ben Nicholson on the hold.
Because of their running back. We talked about that the other day.
But bad snap. Brady waited it out and chip shot in for a good. That was bad timing, but Brady Ward did a nice job on taking a hitch step and getting the ball in. So Rosehill, 20-point lead, 28 for the Eagles and 8 for the North Lions, as Rosehill's defense continues to be stingy for their second turnover of the game with a pick six by sophomore Anthony Wilder and walked into the end zone from the 20-yard line. So Lions took a big gamble going for it on fourth down. They wanted a touchdown before halftime, and it turned out exactly opposite of what they wanted. So Rosehill, 35 seconds going, number 5 and number 7 back deep. They can return it at any point. So, again, Rosehill cannot be complacent and let them score going in for halftime. Take the momentum they have going into halftime by making a defensive stand here. Brady Ward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brady strides the ball and low squib kick runner, hard to handle, fields it on the hop, coming up the middle. Got ahead of steam, going across the 50-yard line, still on his feet. So a big return for the Lions to get inside Rosehill territory, just like what I was saying, is they're capable for a big return. As Brady went with the squib kick right now, those are usually tough to handle in these kind of conditions, but it took a perfect hop and he caught it on the run and had a head of steam by the time he got to the 20-yard line and hit the gap. So Rosehill has got to be wary of taking a shot to the end zone right here. They're probably going to take 4 shots to the end zone. Shotgun formation, back to pass, going down the sidelines. And it's going to be pass interference on Carlos Davila. So that's going to bring the ball around on a 15-yard penalty. Somebody around the 30-yard line, I think. So with 17 seconds to go, this is well within striking distance of the Lions. They want to take a momentum to get a score before half. Rosehill definitely needs a stop here to go into the halftime with their head held high. Could be a game changer of momentum. Shotgun formation, back to pass. Pass complete to number 5.
They call it incomplete.
They did call the pass incomplete as the receiver did catch the ball, but was in the air as he went out of bounds. It did not come in out of bounds. So 10 seconds still on the play clock, second down. So Rosehill needs to have a big stop here. Their defense have played great all night long, so let's see if they make sure to keep that going into halftime. Shotgun formation, back to pass. As the ball is, the running back is intended for the running back out backfield. Ball falls incomplete. That's going to be 5 seconds on the clock. Third down, as you would think they're going to take a shot into the end zone. Rosehill wants to make a defensive stand here. The Lions are going to be taking a shot. Probably not going to be enough time, but this is going to be. Back to pass. He's taking it. And that ball is intercepted by number 6, Ben Nicholson. As that was very well defended for Rosehill. As you know, they were going to take a shot in the end zone. So Rosehill with a big half of football, probably the best half of football they played all year long. They gave up one long play after a fumble to get the Lions on the board. But Rosehill going into the halftime with a 20-point lead after a good defensive stand there. So Rosehill on top of the Lions, 28-8. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for an exciting second half of Texas high school playoff football.
At 17 cents a day, you can make a huge impact on our local and regional high school and college student athletic coverage. We provide local talk shows, live game coverage, and much, much more. But we need your support to continue to move forward. Visit our website today at obnradio.com. Click on the PayPal button, which is safe and secure, and become a listening partner today. Will you become part of the Open Mic Broadcast Network team? Visit that website at obnradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the voice of student athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.
Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, voice of student athletes, coming back to you from Rosehill Stadium. Tonight's playoff game against North Lutheran Lions against Rosehill Eagles. Rosehill Eagles had a great first half, had one mistake on a fumble, and Lions capitalized it on a long touchdown run to get their 8 points. Rosehill scored 28 points in the first half as they had good defense on several key possessions as well as offense. They had a couple of mistakes, but able to keep their composure and keep the ball moving, create a couple of long third down conversions, and a fourth down inside the 5-yard line to score their second or third touchdown. So a lot of good football in the first half as we get set to start the second quarter of high school playoff football on the OBN Radio Network.
I'll take another 4. I'll take 4.
Thank you for joining us tonight. If you're listening at home and across the United States, and far and wide, I know that we've got some family members out of state. Brady Ward's family has been listening. I know Kyle Flores' family's been listening. 2 seniors tonight that are very integral parts of this offensive attack. Kyle Flores has had a big game tonight, the workhorse running back, and Brady Ward, the steady senior kicker, often used as an offensive weapon when you have a kicker like Brady Ward. So the Lions are going to be kicking off for the first half. Ben Nicholson and Carlos Davia is going to back deep to receive. Number 1 is going to be kicking off for the Lions as we get set to start the third quarter. And it is going to be a pooch kick. Carlos Davila fields it around the 15-yard line, coming down the sidelines. And out of bounds around the 33-yard line. So about a 15-yard return on the play by Carlos Davila to get the Eagles in good field position to start the third quarter. So we'll see if Rosehill made any adjustments at halftime in their game plan or just ready to come out that this is a 0-0 ball game and keep the momentum going, and what adjustments did the Lions make? Joe Johnson up the middle. It's going to be on an option play. Joe Johnson saw an opening and cut it up the middle. Rosehill comes in with 2 backs in the backfield, shotgun formation. Going to be an option to this side, pitched out to number 6, Ben Nicholson coming down the sideline. Coming around the outside, forced out of bounds by number 2, but it's going to be an illegal crackback block probably by the Eagles on a flag on the play.
Player down.
North side Lion player down on the field as the referees continue to discuss the penalty. It's going to be about a 15-yard gain if it stands. Most likely the penalty is going to go against Rosehill, but still no call. It looks like it's number 4. It's down for Jerron Henderson as he's able to get up and walk off under his own power. And it is a personal foul against the Eagles.
And he can't have another personal foul, so Prince. He gets another one at the tackle.
So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to back him up to the 24-yard line. So it'll be second down and about 18 yards to the first down. So a costly penalty there for the Eagles on what was a good play.
What did the official say? He's got it set like a basketball screen. He's looking for some stuff.
Pitch back to number 6, Ben Nicholson. He reverses field as he's coming down the sideline. Got a blocker coming down the sideline as he's forced out of bounds, but it's going to be enough for the first down as Ben Nicholson was a design play around the right side. Nothing happening over there. He reversed field to get about a 25-yard gain, and the ball brought down to the 46-yard line. As had some good downfield blocking by Anthony Wilder there to get him enough for the first down.
Fans are reminded to stay off the grass area and on the track.
Rosehill comes in at 2 backs. Ben Nicholson at tailback. Joe Johnson in his shotgun. Going to be the option. Going to be a Carlos Davila on a reverse. He's got a pretty good wall going, but had a player closing as he tries to keep on his feet. And Carlos had a long way to run to get back to the line of scrimmage as that ball was pitched pretty deep. And once the backside cornerback saw the play closed very quickly to have a loss on the play of about 4 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 14 for the Eagles. 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rosehill strides to the ball. Ben Nicholson in at tailback again. Joe Johnson. And it's going to be an option to Ben Nicholson as he finds a seam, keeps on his feet, and gets about 8 yards on the carry. So that'll be 3rd down and about 8 yards for the first. So still in their own territory as Rosehill has come out and run an option play this whole first half, or this whole series.
What is that, Kristen?
Joe Johnson single back tight formation. Joe Johnson back to pass. As it completes to Carlos Davila, and the ball comes out of bounds. He had it caught.
That's a great pass by him. Laid it up in there.
They had it. Carlos Davila had it caught and pretty well defended, but once he hits the ground, the ball pops out. So it was a good pass by Joe Johnson, a tough one to handle in these conditions. So would have been enough for the first down, but that ball's incomplete as Brady Ward is going to come in to punt. Ball is at the 47-yard line. Brady is standing at the 35. So we'll see if we can hit the defender standing at the 10-yard line. Brady Ward, plenty of time. And the ball's going to hit the ground, take a Brady Ward bounce, and it's going to be out at the 9-yard line. So Brady Ward does another great job of flipping the field there. So the ball was at the 47-yard line, goes out at the 9. So what is that, about a 40-yard punt for Brady Ward. The ball is going to be at the 9-yard line for the Lions' first offensive possession of the second half. They were able to keep Rosehill's offense from scoring. So we'll see what adjustments that they have made.
Jack, it'll plant fade.
Shotgun formation, handoff, inside handoff, hit behind the line of scrimmage. And dropped for a loss. I believe that was number 44, Sam Swain.
Number 44.
That'll be a loss on the play. They'll back the ball up to the 5-yard line.
Starting wide, you motion Ben across and run the next there. Chris used to be in Duke. Where's Duke?
That was a quick slant. Not enough for the first, but it's going to be a manageable 2 yards, 3rd and 2 for the Lions. Because that was a quick slant to number 5.
But it looked like it was just slant bubble. Yeah, but we don't. We're man-to-man on 5, not on anybody else. Bubble, AJ, go, AJ.
Under heavy pressure, ball's loose.
Dona's got it.
I don't know who has the ball, but the ball came out. Was under heavy pressure by number 44, Sam Swain, number 25, Jonah Langford.
Yeah. Not yet. Now punt.
Looks like the Lions are going to line up for the punt at the ball at the 18-yard line, 14-yard line. So they're going to punt. Well, where is it? Lions been way over there. Oh.
Because 5 is over there. 5 is over there. 5 is over there. 5 is over there.
He gets the punt off, soccer-style punt. And takes a sideways bounce. No return. Ball's going to roll to the 50-yard line.
Good carry.
So good another series for Rosehill. As they gave up one play and then heavy pressure for a loss to force a fumble. So Rosehill defense is still playing well. We're going to go see what they get for their second offensive series of the half. 6 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rosehill on top, 28-8. No score this half as Rosehill still maintains a 20-point lead.
I'm just talking about the
They break the huddle. Twins, both sides of the field. Joe Johnson in the shotgun. Going to go back to pass. It's down the sidelines. Sends it to number 6, Ben Nicholson. But is forced out of bounds as Joe Johnson threw it where only his man could catch it and was well out of bounds. So that's going to fall incomplete and bring up 2nd down and 10. So ball at the midfield. They took a long shot on that, but very well defended and falls incomplete. So there's going to be trips to the wide side of the field for the Eagles. Joe Johnson in the shotgun. Kyle Flores lines up behind him. Anthony Wilder single on the side. It's going to be Kyle Flores up the middle, and he gets about 6 yards on the carry. So that's going to be kind of a manageable 5 yards.
Or 3.
As Clockman is getting a lot of help from the Flan fans as usual. Rosehill breaks out, trips to this side of the field, shotgun formation. Go back to pass, the bubble screen to Anthony Wilder. He's going to have enough for the first down. Still on his feet, crossing down to the 20-yard line as Anthony Wilder on a little bubble screen to this side of the field had nice downfield blocking and gets a 15-yard gain down the side of the field, and good enough for a Rosehill first down to get the ball inside Lions territory at the 28-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter as Rosehill is trying to mount their first offensive score of this half. Rosehill breaks the huddle, trips to the wide side of the field. Handoff to number 21, Kyle Flores cuts the ball, gets the block downfield by Anthony Wilder, steps out of bounds at the 20-yard line, 15-yard line. Has a good downfield blocking for Rosehill, good enough for another first down as Kyle Flores cuts it back across the field. So Rosehill threatening his here as they're inside the red zone.
But I think I'd rather make that. You think you'd rather make that statement now?
They break
next week against Snyder, right?
Break the huddle with trips to the wide side. Joe Johnson on the key, and he's going down the sideline, still on his feet, spinning.
He fumbled it.
He fumbled the ball. As Joe Johnson was trying to get extra yards down to the goal line, reached out and fumbled the ball. So Rosehill was threatening to score, and the Lions capitalized again on a fumble inside the 10-yard line. So last time the Lions recovered a fumble, they had one play and they hit it, and they hit the play here. Oh, Joe Johnson fighting for extra yards, loses the ball. The Lions recover as they go into shotgun formation at the 10-yard line. Quarterback back to pass. He's going down the field. Very well defended by Ben Nicholson on that as he knocks the ball away. We've got an injured player on the field. It's going to be number 7, Joe Johnson, as they both went up for the ball. Might have got some friendly fire there. Who else do you have? Came down awkwardly. As Joe Johnson is being attended to by Doc from our trainer from Sports Medicine Methodist.
He looks like he's stretching his shaft.
You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, voice of student athletes. Become a sponsor today like these fine folks have. Helping Hands Lawn Service of Waller, Texas. Attorney Lee Van Richardson of Hempstead, Texas. Prairie View Athletic Club, supporting PV Nation since 1986. Prairie View National Alumni Association. Become a member today. Dial 936-857-5817 as Joe Johnson is able to jog off the field under his own power. It's a good sign to see. Hopefully it was just a cramp or came down awkwardly on that one play. So Joe's going to go to the sidelines, take a breather, make sure everything's okay, as it's going to be second down for the Lions.
Second down, man. Why is Chase and Jared on the same side? All right, Chase and Jared, both quarters on the same side. Okay, I got you now.
Shotgun formation, take the snap. It'll be an inside handoff.
Good job, Soda.
Because he's still on his feet, still moving. How has he broken the pile? That was an unbelievable run. I thought that he was tackled 10, 15 yards down the field and kept his feet running as an impressive run by the quarterback. Kept the drive alive there by a run. I don't know how many tackles he broke, but he broke through 2 piles. That's going to be a first down near the 30-yard line. Shotgun formation.
To the quarterback zone. To the quarterback.
Quarterback keeper around the outside. Slippery.
Wrap up, David.
As their second and third effort as he number 25, Jonah Langford on the stop, got back to the line of scrimmage, but these are very good athletes on the Lions, and you have got to wrap them up because you're not going to tackle them on the initial hit. They are very good at spinning and keeping their legs going. So,
trick left. So AJ,
it's going to be second down and 10 for the Lions. Man in motion. As Chase Behrens was on the defense, broke the ball up, tipped it up in the air, almost came down with an interception, but took the slant away. So Chase Behrens out there with nice defense and that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Lions.
Did you just tell him to pivot down? Hey, bubble. Empty.
They're coming in trips to this short side of the field, empty backfield, shotgun formation. As the quarterback's under heavy pressure, as David Barbado gets to the quarterback, and a loss on the play will bring up 4th down.
4th down, Font.
Gosh, we rushed that soccer-style punter. It's got like a week and a half for that.
Yeah, because they're going to start. We're the only one with something to lose.
Okay, they come out in a swing and gate punting formation for a soccer-style punter. So anything can happen in this formation. Ben Nicholson back to receive. And gets the punt off. Caught by number 6, Ben Nicholson. No return on the play as Anthony Wilder was pretty close.
No, I get what you. I get what you're saying.
So Rosehill with another defensive stand and no score in the 3rd quarter as it's 2 minutes and 43 seconds left to go, as this has been a defensive showcase. Rosehill had an impressive drive on the last drive. Joe Johnson fumbled coming inside the 10-yard line trying to get to the pylon. So need to do a better job of protecting the ball as Rosehill is able to move it but have not converted this half. Shotgun formation. She gives to Kyle Flores. Goes up the middle for about a 3-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for Rosehill. Rosehill in the huddle, now using up some of the clock. 25 seconds to go on the play clock. They break the huddle. Joe Johnson takes the snap. Pass to Anthony Wilder on the flash over here. Got some blocking down the field. And enough for the Rosehill first down as Anthony Wilder on the little bubble screen gets about 15 yards on the play down to the 40-yard line. So Rosehill into Lion territory. Going to go trips to the short side of the field, shotgun formation. Joe Johnson on the keep, spinning, keeping it, still moving, spinning, still moving, and loses the ball. But I believe the Eagles recovered.
Hey, what do you think about the superpowers?
So Joe Johnson down on the field again. It looks like he's cramping up after that. He ran about 15. He gained about 15 yards on that play, but ran about 30, depending on the bobbing and weaving that he did, and kept his feet moving. But with some aggressive running, he was a little bit loose with the ball and lost the ball again. But fortunately, Rosehill was able to recover it this time, as there is an injury timeout. Joe Johnson on the field. Now, become a partner. Listen to the OBN radio network as Joe is once again able to walk off the field under his own power. Probably going to go to the sidelines and get the dreaded pickle juice for the cramping.
Good.
So Rosehill without their quarterback here goes to formation they ran a little bit last couple of weeks. And looks like David Barbado is going to check in as quarterback. Pitch out to number 11, Anthony Wilder. Cuts back up the middle, spinning as he gets down close to the first down, as about a 9-yard carry on there, as Anthony Wilder gets down 8 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 2. As they're still attending to Joe Johnson on the sideline. David Barbado in at quarterback. Rosehill trying to score for the first time this quarter or this half of the football. The ball is at the 25-yard line or near the 25-yard line. Under center, pitches out to number 21, Kyle Flores. It's going to be enough for the first down. Still down. And flag on the play. So that's going to be a hold on Rosehill. So would have been plenty for the first down and inside the red zone on a good run up the middle by Kyle Flores, but that's going to be negated and come back for holding.
They're already outside the ticket box, like all their guys are.
So the ball is going to be backed up all the way back to the 32-yard line. So it's going to be second.
Nothing.
2nd and 12 for the Eagles. As with Joe Johnson, the starting quarterback, on the sideline. And that's going to be the fourth quarter as Rosehill takes a 20-point lead into the fourth quarter. But a developing story is their starting quarterback, Joe Johnson, on the sideline with kind of persistent leg cramps. So we'll see if he's going to be able to get back out on the field, or they're going to be running with David Barbado on their secondary offensive package. So the Lions are going to look to make a defensive stand here going into the fourth quarter. The ball is going to be around the 30-yard line, 32-yard line after the penalty. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, voice of student athletes, serving the community through faith and athletics since 2002. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And if you were unable to come to the game live tonight and joined us for the broadcast, we appreciate that. It's an exciting game of football tonight. Rosehill has had a few mistakes, but has played a good game of football. So David Barbado under center right now, starting the fourth quarter. Kyle Flores going back, gets a pitch to the outside, breaking it back up the middle. Positive yardages on that, so gets it back down inside the original line of scrimmage. So that'll be 3rd down and about 7. Ball is at the 28-yard line in Lion territory. Rosehill in a bunch formation. David Barbado under center, going to let the play clock run down a little bit. 10 seconds on the play clock, gets ready to get the ball. Anthony Wilder in motion, and he pitched, loses it, still tries to stay on his feet. That looks like that could have been a face mask of some kind, but it's no call as Rosehill dodges a bullet there, but backs up, and that could be backing him up outside of Brady Ward territory. So we could have taken a shot with a field goal, but it looks like Brady is going to go in for the punt. So a loss on the play is going to take him outside of, I don't know, Brady, might have given him a shot on that, but playing it safe with the punt. Brady takes the snap. Low punt.
You got a comment right there.
And another great punt by Brady Ward as it takes one hop, bounces straight up, and Anthony Wilder downs it at the 6-yard line. So Brady Ward does his job yet again. The senior punter and kicker for the Eagles gives the defense a chance to make a stop and get the ball back in good territory. So 10 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game as Rosehill has a 20-point lead.
Number 4 is over here. Where's 5 on that? Slot.
Back to pass in his end zone, a little bubble screen up the middle. And screen up the middle gets a good gain. Back, Jared Starnes with a downfield tackle, but a gain of about 20 yards to get it out to the 15 yards to the 22-yard line. Shotgun formation, trips to the wide side of the field. Going to be a handoff to the back. Number 2 going around the outside, gets to the corner and forced out of bounds. Going to be around the first down marker. So that is going to be short of the first down, about an 8-yard gain. So it'll be second down and 2 for the Lions at the 30-yard line. So trips to the wide side of the field.
Play downhill, son.
Screen pass to number 4, good for the first down and about an 8-yard completion. So they come out with a quick no-huddle offense, trips to the short side of the field again. Has Ben Nicholson on the defense. As they take a long shot down the field to number 5, Ben Nicholson on the defense as he knocks the ball down. They'll bring up second down and 10.
Counter. That's David, right?
Shotgun formation for the Lions.
Number 38 Number 2. Carlos. They're reaching.
So good gain of about 12 yards to get the ball up the middle on a counter play to the running back. So it'll be first down for the Lions inside Rosehill territory at the 49-yard line. So first time the Lions cross midfield for this half. Shotgun formation rolls out, looking downfield, just throws it out to number 4. Is going to be incomplete. As well coverage downfield, quarterback had nowhere to go and just attempted to give number 4 a shot, but wasn't a very good pass. Falls incomplete. So that'll bring up second and 10.
Hey, twins.
This is where fatigue is going to come into play for both of these teams as they have a lot of players play both ways.
That's what I'm saying. We don't. Carlos.
So quarterback keeper, design draw as he gets.
No.
Sam Swain, 44 on the tackle. So that's a 2-yard gain on the play. So that'll bring up third down and 8.
No, we're 4 and 5 in. 4 and 5 in.
Are we not playing man for safety over the top?
Number 5 completes enough for the first down as he catches the ball on an out route, goes out of bounds. And the ball is going to be parked at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Lions as they're mounting one of their best offensive series of the game. To this side of the field, quarterback in the shotgun formation. Going to be a screen to number 4. Ball on the ground. How is that? That's going to be an incomplete pass as there was a pretty big-time collision, and we have a player down on the field.
Jared did from behind. Jared.
Looks like number 4 for the Lions is down on the field, the intended receiver, as there was a big-time collision in the middle of the field as the players converged on the ball. We certainly wish all the best of that young man as you're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, voice of student athletes serving the community through faith and athletics since 2002, the voice of student athletics. Be sure and check out our website for some other show times. Our Open Mic Broadcast Network weekly schedule is the Mike Prince Show Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., the Carlos Brown Show at 10 a.m. on Saturdays, and the She Say Sports Fridays at 9 a.m. The Mike Prince Show live Sunday nights at 6 p.m. for a weekly recap of all the sporting events throughout the week on the OBN Radio Network.com, obnradio.com. Be sure and share this number for live broadcast for other friends and family, as the Sports Line live broadcast for tonight's game is 857-777-0004. You can also listen to a game day rebroadcast on obnradio.com.
Yeah. Hey, Craig.
If you would like to become a partner with obnradio.com, just click on our donate button and become part today. And some of our sponsors to make this broadcast possible is Helping Hands Lawn Service, 281-917-8968 in Waller County. Attorney Lee Van Richardson as number 4 is going to get up, and he's able to walk off the field with some assistance.
Hey, what about going to mic fire with the hot clock? Okay, gotcha.
So that was good to see him walk off after a big collision in the midfield. So we wish him well and a speedy recovery. Hope to see him back in the game. As that's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. As there's 7 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the ball game. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap.
Nice.
And the ball is overthrown. Ball falls incomplete, intended for number 5. As that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Lions. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the ball game. As Rosehill still on top with a 20-point lead, 28 for Rosehill, 8 for the Lions. Still no score by either team on this half. This is a formation haven't seen before. Quads to one side of the field. Shotgun formation back in the backfield on a 3rd and 10. Quarterback takes the snap, low snap, hands off to the back. Well defended, and Rosehill sniffed it out for a loss on the play as Justin Whitmire and Sam Swain tag team number 2 to get a loss on the play. So that'll bring up 4th down and 14.
4th down now, and about 14 yards on the first down.
So it looks like they're going to take a timeout on the field, which is, I believe, the injured man from a few plays ago, number 4, was their punter. So they set up for a punt formation, but did not have a punter to go back on that play. So looks like number 4 is warming up and taking some sprints down the sideline. So that's a good sight to see. I think he's going to be coming back into the ball game to handle the punt on this, or if this time of the ball game with this field position, this may be a time for some type of a trick play or a fake punt, because a punt is only going to gain you about 20 or 30 yards of advantage here, and they're down by 20 points. You may take a shot at this, and if you make it, great, and if you don't, you put your defense on the field to make a play. So could be a call. Could be a call of the game. Could be a big momentum shifter for either team. As looks like they're going to come out in a offensive formation. They're not even going to try to run a fake punt. So they're going to run trips to the short side of the field, single player on the top side, shotgun pass. Going to be down. And it's going to be intercepted by number 5, Carlos Davila. As Carlos Davila, that's just like a punt. We would have been better off if he would have just dropped that, and we would have had better field position. But it's hard to tell somebody not to take an interception. So they did not get the first down, but that was just as good of a punt as it pins Rosehill inside the 10-yard line. Carlos Davila does get credit for an interception. So Rosehill holds and gives their offense a chance as David Barbado does check back in at quarterback.
Justin. Yeah, you got 2 tight ends.
Ball carrier up the middle of the field looks like Kyle Flores.
Justin, you're missing a tight end. That's what I thought. You're missing the net side tight end too. When they're in the huddle, it's hard to see.
False start on the offense.
So
that's going to back them up half the distance to the goal line. So that ball is going to be marked about the 4-yard line, I think. As Rosehill deep in their own territory now with first down and about 14 to go.
Are you running it are you running right to stage it? So right now you can run the side. I know you get it, but you got a wide 5. You have a 5, a 7, a head up nose.
Number 11, Anthony Wilder makes a move. Gets a little bit of a breathing room and gets back down to a manageable second down with about a 10-yard pickup on that play. So that'll bring up second down and 5 as Anthony Wilder cuts it up the middle.
He already had the 2 before.
6 minutes to go in the ball game. Rosehill with a 28-point lead and the ball right now. So they're just going to want to keep possession of the ball, keep the ball running, keep the clock running, as David is going to come to the line of scrimmage and let the play clock go below 10 seconds before we get to the snap of the ball. Takes the snap, pitches out to number 21, Kyle Flores up the middle. And that is going to be enough for the Rosehill first down as they move the chain. Going to be at the 27-yard line, 22-yard line in Rosehill territory. So they're just clicking off yards and clicking off time on the clock, which is just fine if they can get 6 to 7 yards per play and just keep the ball moving down the field.
Coach Creighton's walking across the field right now. Okay, I'm talking about the end. So when you motion, the linebacker's going with you. There we go.
Anthony Wilder.
Good jump. What do you say? Do you keep saying we should count them? Because they're chasing from behind. I don't think you want to run that right now. No, they're pretty good. Have you?
So first down for Rosehill there. Anthony Wilder runs. Ball play clock is 25. Game clock is 4:45. As they're going to run the play clock down.
I'm watching two for when you need to go.
David Barbado under center. And pitch back to Kyle Flores. He's still on his feet looking for an alleyway. He gets a couple of yards on the play. Now just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll be second down and 10 as the clock is going to run below 4 minutes on the snap of this ball. 20 seconds on the play clock. And David Barbado breaks the huddle. Gets under center. Takes the snap, pitches it to number 11, Anthony Wilder. Touchback up the middle. Anthony Wilder on the loose, down to the 20-yard line. And tackled down to the 20-yard line on a big 50-yard run as Anthony Wilder cuts back against the grain with a big gain on the play. No flag. As that's going to be 3 minutes left on the game clock on the time of the next snap on a big play to get deep inside Lion territory. Ball's going to be at the 24-yard line for Rosehill, for the Lions, as Rosehill is threatening to get their first score of the second half. David Barbado under center. He pitches again out to Anthony Wilder. Cuts it back out the middle. Lowers his head again. And again, enough for another first down.
So you just bring Kyle in.
So Rosehill inside the red zone now. Ball is at the 12-yard line. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Play clock is at 16. So the next snap of the ball.
No, he's going to run it.
Gosh.
They were just going to call the wrong play there.
So Rosehill takes the timeout with 2 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in the ball game as Rosehill, their starting quarterback, Joe Johnson, on the sideline with cramping and had to go to their secondary offensive scheme and just running the ball down the field. And a couple of big plays by Anthony Wilder, and Rosehill is threatening for a score with a 20-point lead with 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go for the first round of playoffs. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, voice of student athletes. Our sponsors, Prairie View Athletic Club, supporting PV Nation since 1986, Prairie View National Alumni Association, and Temple of Refuge Ministries located in Prairie View, Texas. You can catch their Sunday morning sermon at 10 a.m. and you can listen live at 857-777-0000.
They're all back off the line right now.
Anthony Wilder take a loss. Oh, he's still on his feet.
Jackson.
Little extra shoving and pushing on the field as emotions running high for both fields, for both players. As that's going to be 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the ball game, and Northside Lions take a timeout.
And we ran the count position up there. That's smart there. It's like a whole That's why I said I want to be smart like him.
So a great ball game. It's been a battle of defense for the second half as neither team is able to score. Some big plays down both of the fields. Rosehill was threatening, had their best opportunities. Joe Johnson was running it in, trying to get extra yardage, lost the ball inside the 5-yard line, and Lions recovered for that. And that was the closest Rosehill got to a score. And the closest that the Lions got to the score was about the 30-yard line, as this has been a defensive struggle for the second half. And it's going to be 2nd down and 13 for the Eagles. As Kyle Flores waits to the middle, bobs and weaves his way down for positive yardage, gets to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10 as the Lions take another timeout with 1 minute 50 seconds left to go. And high school playoff football first round as Rosehill Eagles on top, 28, North Lions 8. You're listening to the Open Mic Broadcast Network, voice of student athletes. Be sure and catch the Mike Prince Show weekly at 10 a.m. on the Open Mic Broadcast Networks, as he's got to recap all of the events for the week. The Carlos Brown Show at 10 a.m. on Saturdays, and the She Say Sports Fridays show at 9 a.m. The Mike Prince Show live Sunday night, 6 p.m. We'll get some insight from coaches and other sporting events around the area and see how the matchups will line up for next week, who came out on top on the first round of playoffs, and what the next week's schedules would look like. So 1 minute, 50 seconds to go here. Rosehill facing a 3rd and 10. The ball is at the 12-yard line, so could get a first down without getting a score. David Barbado under center. Kyle Flores in motion. David Barbado on the keep, as that was kind of a busted play and a loss on the play there, as that's going to bring up 4th down. As the play clock is going to wind down here, I think Rosehill is probably going to call a timeout with just about a minute left to go in the game, and give Brady Ward a chance to kick a field goal. But they are going to send the offense back out on the field, see if they can get a first down. David Barbado with a pass attempt to Anthony Wilder, and it gets intercepted into the end zone. So Rosehill giving David Barbado a chance for a pass completion. It came pretty close, but is well defended, and number 5 for the Lions made a good interception. So the ball in the end zone. So the ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line with 54 seconds left to play in the ball game. Shotgun formation, twins to both sides of the field. Low snap, ball is out. Recovered by the quarterback, down by Jonah Langford and Justin Whitmire, as they were quick to pounce on the quarterback, as that was a fumble on a change on a bad snap. Can the coaches be all the way down at the 10-yard line? Shotgun formation. Forced out of bounds. Number 4 on the reverse. 14 seconds left on the clock. So they got about half of that back. It's going to be 3rd down and 14. So not quite half of that back. So 3rd down, looks like the Lions may get 2 shots at a play here. If they have a completed pass, they may only get 1. An incomplete pass will give them 2 shots, or if they get out of bounds. As the ball was intended for number 5, number 6, Ben Nicholson on the defense, as the ball was overthrown on a good defensive play. Clock didn't run down any time.
Six seconds.
6 seconds. So 6 seconds on the play clock. This is going to be 4th down for the Lions. And that's going to be the ball game right there, as Rosehill wins the first round of playoffs right there with an impressive first half of football. They really did it all on the first half with 28 points. No points scored in the second half, but they made defensive adjustments and kept the Lions out of the end zone. So some big playability athletes on the other side, and Rosehill's defense probably had the best game they've had all year to hold that explosive team to only 8 points on a trick play, really, more or less. So Rosehill finishes on top, 28 to North Lions 0. And I wonder if Mike Prince is back at the studio for a game recap. We'll hold for a few minutes and see if Mike is back there and see if we could get a sideline interview from the coaches. And so if you want to stay with us here for a few minutes, I'm going to put it on mute, and we'll see if we can get a sideline interview or see if Mike joins us from the studio. So stay with us and see if we have anything left to go.
Mr. Clay Nicholson, and a fine job as the Rosehill Christian Eagles victorious in their regional round of the playoffs over the Lutheran North Lions by the score of 28-8. Scoreless second half, but a powerful defensive display by the Rosehill Christian Eagles. Clay Nicholson is en route now to try to get a sideline interview with Coach Dennis Krantz. As Rosehill will advance, they're still up in there who they'll be playing next, but we'll be keeping you posted here. Make sure that you can listen to the Rosehill Eagles as they move towards yet another opportunity towards the championship. Rosehill Christian Eagles, strong night tonight. Hopefully all is well with the starting quarterback. Leg cramps, and you figure that when you get a 20-point lead, there's no sense of risking trying to further the possible damage. Things seem to be in cruise control, defense holding up strong as the Eagles victorious in the winner's circle. Clay Nichols, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, Mike. I got you.
All right, man. Great job on tonight, man. Great atmosphere. Are you able to catch up with Coach Krantz, or they're still doing their post-game conversation?
Well, they're on the field right now talking to the players. This may take a few minutes, but we can kind of go through and recap some of the game. Was probably the best game Rosehill has put together, offense and defense, this season, and what a time to do it. They came out and really had a dream first quarter, scoring on their first 3 possessions and made some incredible defensive plays on some talented opposition that is big strike capabilities. They had a receiver, number 5, I think, that had over 700 yards receiving for the year, and Rosehill's defense locked him down. I think he only had 1 really reception after the turnover and of about 60 yards, so you could see the kind of explosive that he could generate, but that was really it. So defense, Rosehill had a great defensive game plan, and as you know, plans are only as good as the execution, and Rosehill was able to execute tonight on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely, and another strong sign for the Eagles being able to gain control of a run attack after the starting quarterback goes down. Hopefully there's going to be a good report that he'll be back and ready to go in action on the next round of the playoffs. But to see the run control in balance with a good, strong defense is a good sign of gelling together at the right time of year.
You know, it was. They had to put that offense in play a couple of weeks ago. And so, you know, it was kind of a backup plan for this. I think Joe, I think you said it pretty well, that Joe was kind of suffering some cramps, and with that kind of a lead that late in the ball game, and we're able to move the ball down the field with a running attack, you know, clicking off 7-8 yards at a time, chewing up yardage and chewing up clock time in the fourth quarter with a 20-point lead. You know, that's really all you need to do is keep your offense on the field, and Rosehill was able to do that. They made a couple of mistakes. Anthony Wilder had a fumble on what was a spectacular run at the end. I thought he might have been down by contact, but it was a fumble. And then Joe Johnson, another spectacular run going in, the second and third effort, wanting to make a play, getting a little loose with the football at the end, and having a turnover. So, penalties and mistakes have been really the Achilles heel of the Rosehill team this year. And although this game they had some mistakes and they had some penalties, they came back and they made a good play right after they had that. They stayed in the game all the time. And with a team like they were playing tonight, even with a 20-point lead, that could disappear in a heartbeat if you're not paying attention and let them right back in the game. And Rosehill just never did that tonight. They played the game like it was 0-0 the whole night.
Absolutely. And what I'm an old defensive guy. I'm an old middle linebacker myself, and I love when it's solid defensive play on both sides of the ball, because with a mishap, a turnover, a block punt, block field goal, anything can happen, and it kept me on the edge of your seat. We're in our post-game report right now of Rosehill Christian Eagles victorious over the Lutheran Lions by the score of 28-8. The Brazos Valley School Credit Union post-game report, along with attorney Lee Van Richardson, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Helping Hands Lawn Service, Diva Skin Conditioner, located at divafeet.com, and DIVA Feet. openmic.com. Clay Nicholson, the voice of the Rosehill Christian Eagles, as they're in the victory circle right now, awaiting an opportunity to try to get in contact with Coach Dennis Krantz. It's been a spectacular, wild, and crazy 2020, and with everything that's been going on, football has been the anchor to bring the community and the nation abroad back together as one piece of normality to try to get back on the track. Clay, I know this has been a roller coaster year for you.
It is. My son is a senior this year, and, like every senior, you don't want this one to be your last game. You want to keep on playing. And for the 11 seniors on the Rosehill team, they get to play another week. So, it has been a crazy schedule. We were able to have a home playoff game, which is pretty rare. So that was nice for us. I did just get a thumbs up from Coach Krantz that he does want to do an interview after this. They're just going through some of the coaches' things. So we will get to talk to Coach Krantz here. But, it has been a fun year. And Rosehill has a great team. They've dealt with some adversities. They've had some key players go down early in the season and fought back with a schedule that was probably their strongest schedule in the past several years, and made it to the playoffs and played a very good North Lions team tonight and came out on top with a 20-point victory.
Yes, sir. Let's hope that we can get some more points in the reserve for the next opponent as you get ready. While we're waiting on Coach Krantz, I'm going to try to give a couple of score updates right now that we have a very interesting game going on between New Caney and Magnolia. New Caney is up by the score of 49-41 with 4 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in that contest. That is a very, very interesting potential result that you have right now. Magnolia West and Magnolia have been some of the powerhouses in District 5A in the local region of this year's contest and competition. Huntsville and Montgomery getting things locked up, and it's always interesting when those two get together. Right now, Huntsville on top by the score of 20-15 with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. We do have a couple of other finals that just came in. Paytown was victorious over Hightower by the score of 10-7. That game, of course, went final. The Katy Taylor High School did battle with Clear Springs, and that was a nail biter. Katy Taylor ends up winning that one by the score of 28-7. The Waller Bulldogs had a rough time once tonight, but we'll get to that in just a moment. You had the Tomball Cougars victorious over Klein by the score of 34-31. That was another good contest. Sealy came on the short end of the stick, losing tonight, 32 to the final score of 13. They lost to Grand Oaks High School. College Station had a big night over there are two College Stations in action on tonight. We had College Springs, or should I say China Springs, China Springs 31, and we had Cristobal with a score of 56 to Cristobal, 31 for China Springs. We're trying to get that Bulldog score coming up for you real shortly here. We had Navasota in action. Navasota and Navarro victorious over Navasota by a score of 28-7. Magnolia and Porter got together. It was 31-6 for Porter. Looked like we got Clay back. as we get now. College Station was victorious over Waller by the score of 61-21. We'll now turn it back to Clay Nicholson and Coach Dennis Krantz. Clay, you ready?
Yeah, they're just about finishing up here. You got me there?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
We got you.
They're just finishing up. I got to get through all the players here. They're all fired up, trying to get their attention.
Well, we'll give you one more final score here. Lufkin got back on their winning ways against Caney Creek, winning by the score of 56-0, which is going to set up a must-win in your end battle between the Bulldogs and the Lufkin Panthers next week at Lufkin, as Waller will try to find their way in that fourth playoff spot in District 5A. So we got a lot of football action that went on, a lot more ahead. The regional rounds were successful for the Rosehill Christian Eagles, winning by the score of 28-8. They await their next opponent. We'll probably get an idea of who that is when Coach Krantz get a chance to speak with Coach Clay Nicholson.
Yeah, I've got Coach Krantz here right now. Big playoff win tonight, Coach Krantz, and your team looked good out of the gate. Kind of had a dream first quarter and looked good on both sides of the ball.
Well, I mean, that was our goal coming in. Lutheran North is a really good team. We actually prepared for them coming out that they would win their playoff game and, took a chance and prepared for them 2 weeks. And it really did make a difference for our guys to be ready for everything that they threw at us. And they threw everything at us, but our guys came out on top.
You had some great individual efforts. Obviously, this is a team game, but you had some design defensive plays. Like you said, they have an explosive offense, as they made reference to that one long play they took advantage of after a thing. What was some of the keys to shut down their big play threats?
Well, through the course of the season, they only have 2 losses, and they average about 45 points a game. So, talking about that, we had to make sure that we covered their guys the best that we could, and also were able to get pressure from as few guys as we could up front so that we could play better behind us in our secondary. And our guys up front did the job, our linebackers did the job, and it allowed our secondary to make plays and keep them from making the big plays. And I think that was the difference.
I think it really kind of surprised them offensively a little bit because it got them out of their game and out of their rhythm. They just never looked like they were in sync and was expecting the defense that you threw at them.
Well, I think, through the course of the season, you watch teams and you watch film on these teams and, you try to improve off of what somebody else does, but we're our own animal. And we like to make sure that we set our own roads. We build our own roads. We don't go off of what somebody else did, whether successful or not. We got to make sure that we can cover our own. And that was the game plan that myself and the coaches came up with and executed it to perfection.
On the offensive side of the ball, I felt like you went a little bit deeper into the playbook tonight and utilized a lot of different formations. You got some other players into the game that maybe we haven't seen. You've been holding back maybe for the playoffs. Was that a design coming into this game?
Well, what we wanted to do is we wanted to take what they do well and turn it against them. And one thing that they have struggled with this year is stopping the run. So we wanted to be able to establish the run in any way that we could with whoever that we needed to be able to do that. And I think being able to do that early and often, right, forced them into things that they couldn't do. And then they started to blitz and we started to take advantage of that. And that's just simple. That's just real simple football,
Well, it was a great win for you. It was a great win for the team, great win for Rosehill. Kind of a home playoff game, which is unusual but exciting for everybody there. We look forward to seeing what happens next week. The seniors, you have, 11 or 12 of them? They get to play another week, which is always the goal of the seniors. Any idea what next week is going to shape up like? Do we know who's in the running?
Well, the 2 teams that are going to play tomorrow at 2 o'clock are Shiner, who we started the season off, and Brazos. So, and we also played them during the season. So it's not going to be anybody that we haven't seen before going into the state semifinals. And I just want to make a record that this is the very first year that Rosehill 11-man football has made it into the state semifinals.
Well, that's a big accomplishment for you and the program. And we look forward to taking it all the way to state this year. And congratulations on another great win.
Thank you very much, and appreciate all the support that we've gotten this whole season.
Thank you, Coach. All right, Mike, that's a wrap up here from Rosehill Stadium from Coach Dennis Krantz. A big win for the Eagles as they're going to watch, see who comes out tomorrow on the game and see who they're going to play for the farthest point that Rosehill's ever been in the playoffs.
Yes, sir, the semifinal rounds, and you got to be licking your chops if you're Coach Krantz. Get a chance to face Shiner again, who all points and said they probably should have won that game, but it was a very well-played, competitive game, and to face off against Brazos. So it'll be an interesting, intriguing deal. I guess we'll all be watching on pins and needles to see who the next opponent will be and the location of where that game will be. And we plan to be there with bells on to give you the live coverage here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. On behalf of Clay Nicholson, on behalf of Dennis Krantz and the Rosehill Christian Fighting Eagles, as we call them, the Angry Birds affectionately, we want to thank you guys for joining in with us on tonight. Rosehill victorious by the score of 28-8. They advance to the semifinal rounds, and we are going to say good night for right now. God bless each and every one of you. Continue to stay safe. Continue to stay active and continue to look out for the next man above. Until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.